Hi folks, how are you all doing today? So today we are going to learn something very new, okay, which is related to CSS, right? Yeah, we have seen what is the syntax of CSS already in our previous sessions, right? Also, we have seen about some properties and how to use those properties, also the related values of those, yes, we have used them and we have seen how to do them, okay. So CSS means that cascading style sheets, right? That means to style your HTML page, we use CSS, correct? So to style the web content, we can say, yeah. And then the syntax is very simple, basically, right? So you'll be writing the selector, yeah, and then open curly braces, yeah. So within the curly braces, you will be writing the attribute or property, we can say, yeah. So attribute and then value. Okay. So this is how you basically do the CSS, right? So apart from this, there is no other syntax of writing any CSS thing, correct? So only this is the syntax we follow, and we follow it for each and every element which is present on HTML, correct? Now, of course, there are few things like pseudo classes and all. We will be discussing about them in our next sessions again. Okay, but today we're just understanding about what is box model. Okay, so box model is something which is very important in CSS, right? So when I say box model, what does this refer to and all? We are going to check today. Okay, now so first thing is like we have to understand what is box model, okay, and where do you use this, right? So for any element which is present on HTML, okay, you use box model, right? So that means let's suppose I'm using a p tag now, okay, or you can say not p tag, right? So let's say I'm using image tag. Okay, for this it will be apt. So that's why I'm using this thing. So when you're using image tag, that means you have some image to be displayed on the screen now, correct? And for this image, we have some width, yeah, and we also have some height, correct? Now, let's suppose for the same image, right, you have padding also, okay, margin also, okay, along with the width and height, basically, yeah, width and height are also there, right? Along with this, you also have borders, let's suppose, okay. So that means if you have all of these, then the original width of the element should be, let's suppose, like I gave 500 for original width of the element, okay. So if the original width is 500, if you have all of these, right, then it will become 500 plus some x value. Okay. Why and how we will be seeing in today's session. All right. So I will be telling you about this box model today. Now, before discussing about box model, like I have few things to tell you. If you have not been watching my previous videos yet, please do go back to my channel and go back to my channel Folx Hub and open playlist to watch all of those. Okay, we have been discussing about some very good content in detail again, right? So please do go back and watch them. So please watch all of those videos in sequence so that you have a better understanding. Okay. And yeah, let's come back to our content now. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and also do share it with your friends and family, whoever has kids, so that they can get most out of this, right? First, let's create image element itself. Okay, I'm just creating image tag. Image tag is an exception where it doesn't really have the closing tag, right? So definitely we have to provide the source for this. Let's just get some image. So click on images. Okay, like let's see if it is. Aha! Wow, we are lucky enough today. In the first attempt, we got this image, and that too with such a small link. I think it's a miracle for me. It's not really less than a miracle for me. Okay. However, yes, so we have placed the image and we also gave the source attribute now, right? Let's go to CSS. So let's style this image first. Okay. So image. First, I'm just providing the width. Okay. Width is like, let's suppose 300 pixels. Then height, I'm just like, this is looking like a square image, right? So that's why I'm not changing the thing. So let it be the square image only. Okay. Now this is the width we want to give actually, right? What if, what if I add all other things which we were discussing like margins, paddings and borders? Okay. So you just remember this size thing, like the width of it, okay, and the height of it also, right? Now let's see. I will just add margin first. So margin will be 50 pixels. Then padding will be 20 pixels. Then sorry, border will be 10 pixels. Solid okay, black border itself. Black. Okay. Can you see what just happened now? Right. So you can now see that the original width is 300, correct? See, the original width is 300. Okay. But 300 means it was around like this till here, right? So it was something like this. But you can see now it is not anymore the same. This much. The width has become this much now, right? So not this much also, there is some more space over here. So this much. Almost it became this big in size. Okay. Why this drastic change happened? What is the reason for this? Right? So let me tell you about this one. Okay. So before discussing about the change and all, now I would like to discuss about the box model. Okay. So what does this box model comprises of, right? So whatever is the content you are taking, okay, the content will be inside the thing, right? So let's suppose this is the content you want to take. Okay. So for this content, let's suppose you have some padding spaces. Okay, so above the content, like it will just not above the content basically, right? Like within the container itself, this is considered to be the within the container itself. Okay, but still this is how the padding space will look like, right? So padding. Okay, and let's suppose you also have the border, right? So then outside this you will get the border thing. Okay, like this. So this will be your border. Okay, and let's suppose you also have margins, right? That means outside this you are gonna get the gap. Okay, so this is how the margin will look like, right? So this is how the content is, and this is what the width of your complete content is. Okay, see how many layers are there? This thing on the left, this thing on the right, completely they are extra for your content. You're creating them just because you want it to be neat and clean. Okay, now this is actually called as box model. Okay, so every content will have the same kind of a thing. Inside the thing, you'll be having the content, then padding, then borders, then margin. So this is how the like layering goes, right? Now just understand this image thing in the same model. Okay, let's see. This is the content. This is the original content now, right? The image. Yeah. Then I gave padding 20 pixels. So this is the 20 pixel gap now on the left, on the right, on top and bottom also. Okay. Then we have 10 pixel border, so this is the 10 pixel border here. Okay, then I have 50 pixel margin, so this is the 50 pixel margin. Okay, on all sides basically, right? So this is how the complete width of your content now became. So on the left it is 50, on the right also it is 50, right? So it became 100 now. Okay, plus padding is 20 pixels. So okay, not padding, first border, 10 pixels here and 10 pixels here, that means 20 pixels it became. Okay, plus then you have padding 20 pixels, so 20 on the left, 20 on the right, that means it became 40. Okay, now plus the original width, which is 300. So what is the complete width now? 300 plus 100 plus 20 plus 40. Okay, 400, 460. Okay, so the complete width of your image now became 460 pixels, right? So this is how you have to calculate and you have to do the spacing. Okay, like you can see here, from here till here, the space is occupied. Okay. Now you will have to check while you are styling your web content, right? So what should be the original width and how the margins and paddings and all will be affected, all right? So everything you will have to keep a check, and then you calculate it and then you will be styling it. Okay. So because if you are considering only, let's suppose you only want to occupy 300 pixel width on the page, right? So but if you give all the other things, then it doesn't remain 300 pixels, it will take 460 pixel width. Okay, so to put everything into 300 pixel, the original width should definitely decrease, right? Only then it will come under the 300 pixel thing, right? So you have to calculate accordingly. So for suppose for image I'm only allotting 300 pixel size, and then I'm giving all of these, I can't really get 300 pixel space only, I need 460 pixel space, correct? So to avoid these issues, right? So whatever the width you are taking, you calculate it along with the margins, paddings, and border spaces also, so that you can easily style your element neatly. Okay. Let's suppose you don't want the margin spaces at all, right? So you just don't give margin at all, right? So you give 0 pixels only. Okay. See, now it is not occupying any space. Okay. By default, whatever the space is given, that is given by your code.org, but not you. Okay. You can't do anything on that. But yes, you can see now your whatever the width you were thinking of, it is just a little bit more than that because of the padding and border. Let's suppose you don't want padding also, don't give it. Okay. So now this became more less, right? So it has to be 300 actually. Now it became 310 pixels because of the border also. Okay. So let's suppose you don't want border also, you don't give it. Okay. So now, sorry. Now it is only 300 pixels. Okay. But let's suppose you have 350 pixels. Okay. So then try to give borders and paddings also. For 350 pixels means you still have some gap, right? Okay, you can give it then. So it now it became 315, not 315, sorry. We have to add it double times, right? So 300, 20 and 10. 330 it became. Now if you give 10 over here, this is 350 now. Okay. You can't really add any other thing now. Okay. So 320 plus 20 through 340 it became. So here you can give 5 pixels then. Now this became 350 pixel. Okay. More than this, if you go, it will become more and more now. Okay. So that's how you have to calculate, and you have to give the with margins, paddings, and borders. Okay. I hope now you understood what exactly box model is. This doesn't only apply to the image element, right? This can be applied on p element or on division element or on any other element possible. Okay. So see this and then write it. Okay. Now if you have any concerns, you can do let me know in the comment section below. Okay. So, yes, this is all about our today's session. I hope you understood and you enjoyed this session, right? You got most out of it, yeah, and you have learned something very new, correct? So this is all about the session today, and I hope to be meeting you soon in the next session. And yeah, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, Folks Hub. And I'll be meeting you all guys in the next session. Thank you so much for watching this video. Bye bye, guys. Have a great day, all.